Much has been made of Mayor Daley's response to this disaster, and he's been on the defensive ever since the scope of the tragedy became clear. His critics say he's done too little, too late. Tonight, Channel 2's Sylvia Gomez takes a look at how the mayor is coping during this crisis.
Well, it's hot. It is a crisis. It's hot. It's hot out there. We all walk out there. It's very, very, very hot.
Mayor Daley stating the obvious with a smile. But that was before anyone knew the death toll would be so high. It wasn't long before Daley himself was feeling the heat. Critics say he could have cooled things down with a strong emergency plan, but instead he played the blame game, blaming the families of the dead.
We have to appeal to all the family members of seniors to call, go over there, see their mother or father or their aunt and uncle. That is a must.
Blaming ComEd.
We were not notified until well over 1 hour after the power outage began.
Blaming the county medical examiner, questioning his death toll. And finally, when there was nowhere else to turn, blaming the media.
I'm not insensitive. I am not insensitive. I hope you say, I'm not insensitive.
At times, it seemed you couldn't look at the son without seeing the father.
Is this the kind of a coverage of the news we should get?
The late Richard J. Daley, talking to CBS's Walter Cronkite in 1968. His son, Richard M., today.
Well, you keep questioning death causes.
No. I'm asking, you ask me the question, I'm responding. Don't ask me these questions, I won't respond. No, don't ask me the question so I won't respond.
Throughout this crisis, Daley was at times combative, at times baffled, at times conciliatory. Sunday, July 16th.
As a city, we must pull together and do more.
Monday, the 17th.
The problem is, when you look at it, is if you drank water, number one. And number two is if you open the window.
The 18th.
The loss of one life should outrage all of us.
By today, Daley finally made a plan and a concession.
No, people do criticize me every day. I'm used to that, John. I've been mayor for 6 years. One thing I found out, the buck stops here as mayor of the city of Chicago.
The buck does stop now. Daley's announced his short-term emergency plan, but he says the plan won't work alone, and he's urging people to help each other and their neighbors.
All right, Sylvia. The city is planning to hold a memorial service for the victims of the heat disaster. It will likely be an interfaith service, but officials say the date won't be set until the total number of heat-related victims is known.